In the meantime, reactions continue to trail the former Deputy Senate President's case in the UK, and the latest is coming from a legal practitioner and member of Lincoln's Inn London, Daniel Bwala, who has been given expert insight into the issue. He spoke to us from London.
So, the situation surrounding the case of Ekweremadu in England is one that involves two jurisdictions, but fundamentally, the jurisdiction of England and Wales, since the donation or the transplant was expected to have been conducted, the procedure was expected to have been conducted in the United Kingdom. But the facts that are conflicting as of today is that, number one, the earlier postulation by the boy that he was a minor was determined today. And it was determined on the basis of two things. Number one, the discovery. You recall that last week in Nigeria, there was an order from a court mandating NIMC and the immigration to produce the certified true copy of the guy's biodata. That was used, and the court arrived based on the admission of the boy that he's above the age of 18. Haven't gone beyond the age of 18, facts that are to be determined by the court now will be whether he has consented to. Because principally, the laws in England that deals with this situation are the Modern Slavery Act. And Modern Slavery Act deals with looking at modern slavery and trafficking offenses. So they want to determine, number one, if he is of age, whether he was taken to the UK without his consent. And then, so by his admission, I'm sure the issue of minor has been dealt with. The second issue, which I believe may be the reason why Ekweremadu may not have been granted bail, is that they will have to determine whether the agreement for him to donate his kidney was a transaction for pecuniary benefit. Because even in Nigeria, you are prohibited by law from selling any of your organ, both the seller and the buyer. But there is a law in England also that is the deemed law, organ something you are deemed to have given the consent that your organ be donated after you have died. But when you are alive, then the issue of consent is very fundamental. The other issue that is of concern people have asked is the boy haven't admitted that he is not a minor. What happens to him? There are two things. As of today, the boy is in the custody of the relevant agencies of government in the UK under the asylum principle. So if it is determined at the end of the day that he lied actually, then that would depend on whether that lie was an oath. If it is not a lie on oath or lie under oath, then I'm sure that what he may be entitled to will probably be to deport him back to Nigeria without more. But if he lied under oath, then of course the law governing perjury also will have to apply.